25 years old.
Hercules, one of Disney's underrated movies, just turned 25 years old.
But is it only now it's just starting to get the recognition it deserves?
To be honest, we only started watching Hercules in our preteen years, so even us as Disney fanatics sadly admit we did not grow up with this movie.
But after watching it, we honestly have no idea what made this movie so underrated.
In our opinion, nothing actually stands out as this being a bad movie.
Firstly, let's look at the culture this movie was based in. It's the only Disney movie based on the ancient Greeks. And even though most of it was pure fiction, they really stuck to the Greek authenticity. With its outfits, culture, architecture, and basis on Greek mythology, it was a brilliant movie.
Let's not forget the music. Disney always does a great job of creating signature scores for their movies. And nothing suited better for Greek culture than the 7 muses singing gospel music. Not only was it a fun way to sing/narrate the story, but clever, since the muses in history were known for their love of music.
And it stands out as one of the very few Disney movies that has that gospel style composition. It also has the perfect blend between Greek tragedy and comedy, the basis from Greek theatre. We also had quite a bit of range in characters too, with Hercules being the sort of nerdish underdog who was trained by the comedic Phil the Satyr, and Hercules' love interest Megara, who was working for Hades the whole time.
And speaking of Hades, he was the most comedic character of the entire movie. I doubt Disney has ever made a villain so spunky and hilarious as Hades. For once, the villain is so evil that he's almost likable? I don't know if it's to do because he's the god of the underworld and he's got all this life in him. It's ironic.
Honestly, I think he's one of the best written characters in the entire movie. And isn't it funny that Hercules doesn't actually meet him till like almost the very end of the movie?
And the first line Hercules says to him is just like, oh, not now. Not now, Uncle Hades.
Oh yeah, it's his uncle. Technically in Greek mythology. But the main message of this movie that led Hercules to victory is that a true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but the strength of his heart.
What the heck is that supposed to mean?
Although there is the factor that he sacrificed his strength for one girl when he could have just ignored Hades for the sake of others, saved Olympus, kept his strength, and then become a true god. But you know, we're not the ones writing this movie.
Yeah, actually if he ignored Hades on the spot, he probably would have just become a god.
And it's like, booping, the end.
But the one thing that may have been a slight factor to this movie's underratedness is Hercules himself. He's not entirely bright.
Rather not exercising the muscle here than the one up here.
I understand that that was sort of the whole point that they established in the movie. Maybe people just didn't feel that connected to him as the main character. But I did. I thought he was lovable.
Yeah, I liked him. Also, maybe another reason was that the Hercules story wasn't accurate compared to the origin. But then again, when is any Disney movie ever accurate?
All in all, we still don't understand why Hercules is such an underrated masterpiece.
As the points state, it's a fun, boppy, comedic movie that deserves so much more recognition than what it got.
Or better yet, with such a great opening and awesome songs, this should have been a musical, which I think is sort of in the process of happening, if not already happened. But even so, it still deserves so much more recognition.
It's been 25 years and I've only just started to hear people saying they've heard about the movie. So that's progress in itself.
Who knows, maybe in another 5 years it'll become one of Disney's golden movies.
Maybe so.
So have you watched Disney's Hercules? Do you think that it's an underrated masterpiece?
If so, be sure to let us know down in the comments below. But until then, we'll see you in our next video.
Goodbye.
Bye! 2 words. I am retired.